Ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to something quite extraordinary, quite incredible, quite unlike anything you may have experienced in your life.
Pressure, one of Roblox's scariest lore-heavy games. And at the heart of all of this lore is the head of the expendable program, UrbanShade, a company known for mass death, all for profits. But are they all that bad? Today I plan to deep dive into all we know about UrbanShade just to prove one fact. UrbanShade is the good guys? To begin understanding how UrbanShade is actually good, we first need to know what it is. UrbanShade is a company developed by Mr. Shade in 19XX. Its sole purpose was to make as much money as possible. They began by selling weapons and private security until the analog Christmas tree was discovered, the anomaly that caused UrbanShade to change for good. After their initial discoveries of anomalies, UrbanShade began to specialize in them, leading to several major discoveries. But where could they store all of these anomalies? In 1961, a B-class cargo ship sunk, causing UrbanShade employees to find a zone 67,320 studs deep. But why was this important? Well, this depth began the Let Van zone, a zone where the typical ocean-crushing pressure was essentially removed. This allowed divers to freely swim around this depth with minimal gear and minimal resistance. Due to this zone's incredible ability, UrbanShade quickly swooped in and blacklisted it before it reached any sort of public knowledge. They began construction on this site, and a year later, Hadal Black Site was complete. It was the perfect facility. It allowed for the containment of captured anomalies, but more importantly, it was remote enough that UrbanShade could begin their true goal, human experimentation. But who could they use? Sebastian Solis. Yep, everybody's favorite dude. For some reason, people really like him. First brought on the scene in 2013 as a prisoner sentenced to death for, well, let's just say eliminating 9 people, UrbanShade saved him and faked his death report. Also, UrbanShade could begin their human testing. They started doing tests on Sebastian to give humans gills by giving him DNA from different aquatic creatures. However, these experiments had unfortunate side effects. It caused Sebastian to go from looking like your average guy to making him look more like a giant snake.
Now, while UrbanShade may seem profit-driven and ethically questionable, by conducting live human tests and saving dangerous criminals, they've also done lots of good. They have contained countless dangerous anomalies, like a destructive Christmas tree, a paranoia-inducing box, a murderous mask, and much more. They have also replaced nuclear power with a clean power source, saved an innocent prisoner from execution, even if it was just for experimentation, and even stopped God from destroying the Earth. But most importantly, there is Mr. Shade's sacrifice, enforcing the idea that yes, while morally gray, UrbanShade is ultimately for the protection of humanity. Now, about Mr. Shade's sacrifice. In 2007, UrbanShade opened a portal to the Banlands, and launched an expedition there under the NOST division, where they encountered the Guardian of the Banlands and mistakenly attacked it. In a critical moment, Mr. Shade made a deal with the devil, stating that any UrbanShade employee who died wouldn't go to hell and would instead be turned into a tree. This allowed UrbanShade to freely exploit the Banlands, where they extracted a wounded angel, which was found to be vital.
With its blood, they can purify any person's sins, allowing for any who drinks the blood to go to heaven. All except Mr. Shade, who was deemed to be too impure after his fiendish deals, which truly shows the weight of his deal. But UrbanShade hasn't only saved themselves, they've saved the world. Hadal Blacksite has a special property to it that most people don't know about. The Veil. A special property in the Let Van zone that provides a natural blockade, requiring speeds upwards of 2.3 million studs per hour to pierce it, and they store nearly all their anomalies they have in Hadal Blacksite, meaning that any anomaly who wants to escape and wreak havoc on the world would have to travel at insane speeds to break this veil. Now, I don't know how you can still think UrbanShade is evil, but think about it this way. UrbanShade has taken countless dangers off the streets, given death row inmates another chance, saved all UrbanShade employees from eternal damnation, and even saved the world by containing nearly every anomaly they came across. So, do you think UrbanShade is all that bad? Or are they the good guys? Be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to watch my video about why Pressure is the best Roblox horror game out there right now.
And remember, not everything is always as it seems.